Hello, my Zentangle friends. This is Barbara Langston, CZT, Certified Zentangle Teacher, and I hope you're doing well. I always want to start, and I forget to do this, but the latest project packs listening to their videos has reminded me to start with gratitude and appreciation. And I first want to say that I'm thankful for all of the people out there who teach Zentangle, because I still watch a lot of other videos trying to increase my knowledge and my skills. So today I'm especially grateful for Tracy Ann. She is out of Australia and a certified Zentangle teacher, and I watched one of hers. I think the name of the video was Spirals, and it was one of the first in her series when she started doing Tangle with Tracy Ann. And the first one that I really helped me by watching her is this one, and it's called Eddyper. And the other one is Scrolled Feather. And then this one is Jokey. But the two that I want to do today are these two. The other thing that I've heard a lot about and seen in Facebook and Instagram is color on black tiles. And I've been really frustrated trying to get that to work for me. But I just recently saw where someone had colored their white, colored the tiles that they had done with white pen by using pastel pencils. So I tried that, and I don't know if you can see, it really adds a pop of color real fast and easy. And so I'm going to show you these two patterns today and show you how they look when I add a little bit of pastel chalk to them. What I have is two 6-inch bookmarks that I've cut myself, and that one is a little wonky on the end, but that's okay. I'm going to use some pastel pencils, and I have some from Generals, and then these are Stabilo Carbostello pencils. I'm going to have a Jelly Roll tin because my other Jelly Rolls aren't working very well. A white chalk pencil. And then just for showing you how to do these patterns, I'm going to have a micron and a graphite pencil. And again, I would suggest that you watch Tracy Ann's video also. She's very good at teaching these patterns. So the first one, this one, is called Eddyper. And I kept misspelling this lady's name, so I just marked out where I did it wrong. But it's Mei Hua Teng, I believe, and she is a CZT. And the way that the basic pattern, keep this where you can kind of see it. The basic pattern uses a swirl. And I'm just going to start with a line with a graphite pencil. And that pattern comes up and kind of does a swirl and comes around. And then you come out of this one, make another swirl, come out of this one and make another swirl. And then you end up coming from this corner and bring this one down. And then from this edge, we're going to make this one meet down here also. And then you just continue going up. This one is going to meet where that one does. And then let's go ahead and put one more coming off of that. And then again, from this edge down to this center. And then the next thing you do is come off of this edge, bring it down, and then from this end point, you're always making it like it's going to that, staying on that basic line. Again, we're going to go here. If it helps, do it in the air first, and then bring your pen down. If this were a straight line going to that center, it would go right here. Okay, so it gives you a illusion of a fold here. Bring this one down, this one, here, and here. Okay, the variation for that is that instead of having this swirl, you would be coming up like this, and then swirl back around. So let's start with the pencil line. Excuse me. And I'm going to come up and out, make a point, and then come around and make your swirl. Have this one come off here. Make your point. Come around. Okay. And we're coming off of that center line each time. Come in and make that swirl. And again, we're going to go here, bring it down, go here, bring it down. Okay. And then from this outside edge, from that end, again from this outside edge, down at the end, we're pointing towards where this meets. Okay. Down. Right? So that's the first one that we're going to do. So now I'm going to get my black, my bookmark. And I'm going to make my center line with the white chalk, just very lightly as a guide. And we're only going to put one pattern on here. You're always welcome to go back and add to it as you would like. Try my best to keep this on the screen. So I'm going to start here. And I'm going to come up that line, curve out, make that point, a little pointed hat, come around and do my swirl. And start here on this line, come up and out, around and make your swirl. Now, I didn't hold my pen softly like I should. When you're using a jelly roll, don't push down too hard. They flow easier when you hold it gently. Don't push too much on the paper. Yeah, that's better. So I'm going to start at the bottom of this one, come around, So I really liked the tiles that I've seen. They're done in black, and I understood that they used alcohol markers to color their tile. You can't actually see where they've done it because you're coloring on a black tile, but then when you come back with the white jelly roll, they show that it picks up that color, but it's just not doing that for me, so I just gave up. I don't want to buy more supplies. Okay, so let's just start up here at the top and make our way down from that corner into that, from that edge down, that edge down. Okay, from here down, from that edge to that same point. This one points that way too. From the edge to the center, down, down. Okay, once you kind of get the hang of it, it's an easy pattern. This one may be a little fat, so I'm going to come in, make it longer than the other one. I planted roses this week. Still got my fingers cleaned up, fingernails. Like a lot of people down here in the South, we lost almost everything in our gardens and in my yard. And that was sad because my sister spent a lot of time making it really pretty outside, and then the freeze killed it all. So we need to plant with more native species this time, because I'm convinced that the weather will keep being odd, colder than usual. Okay, so there we have it. I'm going to let this one dry for just a short time. I actually have a heat gun, but you don't need that. But with a jelly roll, you definitely need to let it dry a little bit before you do anything else on it. Okay, and it'll be kind of shiny if it's still wet, and looks pretty good. So I have these 4 colors. This one is indigo blue, emerald green. This one is purple. Looks kind of blue there on the screen, but it's not. And then this one is a pink. So just kind of random, I'm gonna add some color just in, and I'm not gonna go inside that circle. I'm gonna keep that black. And then I'm not gonna worry about a tortillon. So I'm gonna go kind of a reddish, pinkish to purple. And it's not bright, but it adds a touch of color. I like how it looks, and it's easy. I like easy. And I am going over the white jelly roll, because it adds a little bit of color to that. As far as right there in the center, but on the outside, those outer lines, I'm not adding color. So the next is the green. And I'm just randomly doing this. Okay, then I'm going to go back and do those same colors again. You could use tortillon to smooth these in. You could use a Q-tip, cotton swab. Okay, I think I did. No, I did purple next. And the blue again. I've really been looking at a lot of organic, botanical type patterns again, and that's what made me really interested in this video that I watched. And so I'm happy to figure out how to do these patterns and add them to my pattern collection. Okay. I'm going to switch sides this time and put the pink here. And then the purple. In the beginning, when Maria and Rick created Zentangle, which was in 2005. I happened to read that in a book that I was looking at this morning. They didn't have the tortillons, and she always blended with her finger. All right, let's turn it sideways so you can see the whole thing on the screen. I like it. And you could, if you wanted to, have this kneaded eraser. You could erase that, or you could add to this. You could put little fescues coming off of it. Seems to need something. Melinda Barlow is always adding fescue to hers when it needs a little something. Sorry. Okay. Okay, the other thing, since this is a pastel color, if you're going to actually give it to someone, you might want to put it in that plastic sheeting, laminate, or I use Krylon fixative. Now this one says workable, which means if I needed to, I could erase it and color on top of it however I wanted to work on what was already on the tile, but it does help to seal it. All right, so that's the first one. And Now I'm going to show you how to do this part, which is Scrolled Feather by Helen Williams. And it's very similar to the one that we just did, but the scrolls kind of go in the opposite direction. And again, I greatly appreciate the video that I watched from Tracy Ann, because that really helped me to figure that one out. And I actually think she starts with a kind of a scrolled, kind of an angle. Anyway. And with this one, we went out and back in, where with Scrolled Feather, we're going to come out and make our circles come this way. Okay. With these, we went in that direction. With this one, we're going to come in. And we want to make a nice kind of an S curve. So I'm going to start like this, come around, make my little swirl, and come in. And now to do my next one, I'm not going to come off of this, but I'm just going to start here, kind of take off and land like we hear a lot, curve out, make my swirl, come back towards that line and come back in. Okay, again, we're going to start here, come up that line a little bit, now curve around, come back to our line, and curve in. We're going to do that again. We're going to come up, move around that one, make our swirl. Let's do that one more time. Come around and make our swirl. Okay. Now, to do this part, we're going to come back, kind of like we did on that first one, and come off this end, come around, and touch here. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to come around and meet at about the same place. Now, with the ones that are coming off of this way, we're going to come off. We're going to go behind this swirl to get to this point. Okay, so we're going to start up here, kind of look at it in your mind, in the air first. So we're going to come off the back of that one, go through this. We're going to skip like hollow ball and come behind it like that. We're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to come off the back of it, go behind that swirl to this point. Okay. You can give it a little bit of a curve if you want. Behind. Same thing here. Come behind that. Go behind this one to here. And then the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to put some auras inside. And this is where we're going to add our color with the chalk pencils. I'm going to go ahead and add another line there, and that helps this to stand out more. This one looks a little pregnant. Okay. Just add your little swirls that go behind this curve. And I'm going to go ahead and add one more on this side. And on your last one, come around and have that one touch there to close it up. So we're going to come around, go through and back down. All right, so that is Scrolled Feather by Helen Williams. And again, I have my, this is a 6-inch bookmark. And I'm going to start with my pen or my white chalk pencil and kind of make a little bit of a curved line. And now I'm going to get my jelly roll and start at the bottom here. Again, we're going to go out, make a curve to the inside, make our scroll, a little swirl, come off of that, come around and up. Start on that line, come up and around. Remember, we're going to take off using that line. Come around. Trying to remember to be easy on the touch with my jelly roll so that it flows right. Probably should have come up a little bit higher on that one, but we'll see. No mistakes, right? Okay, so I'm going to make this. Okay, this will be my last one. So with this one, I'm going to come up and touch the top of that one. Okay, so coming back down here to the bottom, we're going to come off of this edge, come down to the bottom and touch. Come off of this one, come down. Again, we're going to come off of this edge, and we want it to meet here. So do it through the air if you want first. Coming off, go through, come down to the bottom. Same thing here. Come off the edge, come around and through and back down. And I just started practicing this again this morning, so I may not have it perfect, but I wanted to share with you how to do these patterns and how to add color easily. And I love using pastel pencils. I think they're very pretty. Okay, that one's a little odd, but let's see how it goes. This one turned out well. It's always just a matter of practice. Just play with it. Okay, so now we're just adding R's. I really like how these look. It's a very simple bookmark. And I usually have a few of these bookmarks sitting around because of cutting my own paper. I have some ends left over that are easy to use that way. This one's pretty thin. And this one too. And you could, if you wanted to, add another line coming around. Okay. Add a little bit more on this one too. Okay. So now we're going to add some color, but I'm going to wave this around a little bit. Like I said, this one was jokey, and that's another one on the video from Tracy Ann. And if I can remember, I'll put a link to it in the description. But she showed how to do jokey and love-a, LUV-a, excuse me, on her video. All right, so let's see how this looks with some color. And here's some other colors. This one is a blue. This one is heliotrope, kind of a green. And this one is orange. So start, and I'm only going to put the color where I've drawn the R lines. And I'm just pulling these out randomly. Okay, skipped one. Okay, let me go back to the blue. And the orange. And then the purple. And then back to blue. Orange. I like it better when the colors switch sides. But like I said, I'm just kind of doing this a little bit random. And let's put green again. I think I skipped green up there. That's what happened. Well, that's okay, no mistakes. Now you could, if you wanted, come back in here and add a little highlight in here. And then I'm going to add some swirls. And a couple of Fescus down here at the bottom. Oh, sorry. And let's add another one up here at the top. All right, so very simple bookmark. You can, like I said, you could go back with tortillon and smooth those, or just do it with your finger. Let's back out a tiny bit. All right. Here we go, 2 simple bookmarks. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you think of spring with this. Like I said, I planted 2 new rose bushes this weekend, hoping to get some more color back in my yard. And so I like doing things with happy little colors. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button or leave me comments if you have suggestions or things that you would like for me to try for you. And if you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee for my videos, then look in the link for coffee, ko-fi.com. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.